Well, guys, I have a switch up on you for this one. So, um, I'm not going to show this fight to the complete yet, but as you can see, we have our Moon Veil finally, and we have our Meteorite Staff with Rock Fling. So this was the combo I've been going for, and the the thing that's the switch up though is I'll show you. So here it is. This is my switch up. I am switching to a faith strength build and kind of an endurance too. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I just didn't want to take my character that we were playing on and revamp his stats or respec his stats because I have this weird completionist side of me where I needed to beat the first boss, and I didn't pick a golden seed for my very first option, and I feel like I'm losing out from not doing that. So I just I just created a whole other character, and that's who we're seeing now. Um, as far as what that means for this playthrough, I'm literally just gonna pick up where we left off. With this build though, I want to use heavy armor, a great shield, and a great sword, or I guess a tower shield. You see, I have the shield from the Grafted Scion because I just spent a few attempts trying to beat him. My first class pick, I used the samurai, and I just used the bow and arrow to take him out. It's cheese, but yeah. So I haven't shown you guys yet. This is a Crucible knight, and I ran into him because this was a secret area I didn't learn about, and he's a tough enemy. So I had to be kind of crafty. I couldn't use a shield on him because he just hit me too much. This is what I ended up doing. I needed to use this grafted greatsword, and the Crucible Knight. He would every time you come down from the elevator, he would walk this way, and he'd walk up to the cliff, and he'd stand facing away from you. This was a little bit of cheese, but I used this great sword, and I just took this opportunity to use as many power attacks as I could get in. And luckily, two power attacks would kind of knock him to his feet. You'd hit him again, and you get knocked down, and then you could hit him again and get out of there before he did anything. So he's already below half health, and now we just need to take him out. I took off all my armor because I needed a medium roll because I was if I had any more armor on, I'd be heavy rolling. So, but man, this guy was giving me some trouble. I don't know. This is my first time fighting a Crucible Knight, and I don't know if it's the enclosed area. It's kind of like an oval shape, so you can't really move very well versus being in like an open circle. Um, but yeah, so this is the one that I ended up getting him on. These tail attacks were annoying when he stomped the ground. Oh my gosh, that got me so many times just trying to roll out of the way. So this time I got really lucky. Pulled some anime level move right there. I just jumped over his tail for the finishing blow. That I was not planning that at all, but it worked out. So we finally got him. After the Crucible Knight, we made it to the bottom of Stormvale Castle, and I heard there's an ulcerated tree spirit down here that drops a golden seed. So I was like, man, I better go pick this up. Kind of jumped in on me there, but no big deal. He didn't cause me too much trouble. I got him my first try, and that's one of the things about why I wanted to switch a build is with my old build, I kept having to fight every boss 10 times because I had to dodge and jump out of everything that came at me. And if I didn't know their move set, then I couldn't do it. and I ended up dying until I learned their moveset. Whereas now it's more of a steady type of encounter where, yeah, I can take a few hits while like learning what they do, but I enjoy this playstyle too, especially once I get like a great sword and have enough stamina to carry it. Our next goal here is to fight Godrick, and this, like you saw in the beginning of the video, I did this on my main character, and then the problem was I just couldn't beat him. I never really leveled vigor or anything, just dexterity and intelligence, and I just kept dying so fast, and it was all a matter. I had to dodge everything perfectly. So I tried so many times, and I had to use the summoning lady too, just to be able to beat him on my other one. But this was a lot smoother on this one. I think it only took me two or three tries, just trying to get it. So not nearly as crazy as my other one, and I didn't even have to use the summoning to beat him this time. I haven't really pumped anything into my faith stat yet either, and the only few things I can do is like the flame resistance, which is pretty. I think it's pretty helpful against him. I feel like that was barely any damage to what I was taking on my other guy, so that's nice. And here is the end with Godrick the Grafted. That was really. It did only take me 2 tries. I counted. So that was a lot nicer than however many it took. Well, for this character at least. But yeah, so we got his rune, and I had to look it up because I really wasn't sure what to do with the remembrance of the Grafted. So I looked it up, and I learned that you have to go to this divine tower and get it appraised or something. I don't know, something. And that way you can take it, and then you can take it to the round table, and you can either trade it in for weapons or use it for more runes. And I didn't really want to use the axe. I really thought about it, but I figure I could use the runes more than the axe. So I went ahead and just took the runes. For my next step after beating Godrick, I wanted to go get, as you can see, I just got Flame Cleanse Me. It's a faith spell, or incantation, sorry. I wanted to go get this talisman that increases the amount of runes you get by 20%. And that Faith Cleanse Me is a really important part of that. See, this cave is filled with scarlet rot, and this Faith Cleanse Me gets rid of the scarlet rot. So I'm able to get through this by constantly cleansing myself and healing, but just these little parts probably would have been impossible without this spell, so it let me get through it. But here we are. We made it all the way through. We made it to the boss, and this boss fight wasn't particularly tough. The Clean Rot Knight with the spear. There's another one that pops up here in a second. But I used the dogs to help distract them since there's 2 of them. I heard they're weak to flame, so I went ahead and put flame on my sword, or used fire grease, and I was able to get them the first try. So it ended up working out pretty well. The most difficult part was probably right when they took my dogs out and there were still 2 of them left. I just had to take out this one spear guy, and then it's all downhill from there. But just this one part was probably the most difficult. And here we are. We beat him. And what we're looking for is this gold scarab, and it's a talisman, so it takes one of your talisman slots. but it increases all runes that you get by 20%. I'm not sure if that's like, I'm pretty sure it's me bosses as well, but I really wanted that. I just want to hurry up and get my levels because I want my build to be online. I have, I'm pretty heavy right now. I want a medium load, but that way I'm just a little bit more mobile and I can block as well. So I'm greedy. I need the points. I also got super lucky and I found this beast guy with glowing eyes. So I got 6,000 runes just from taking him out with that gold scarab. That felt pretty good.